this movie. Me and my co-worker was talking about, like, girl, we're gonna see it Saturday night. We'll sip on this tea because this is crazy. This is insane. Okay, this movie had so much subliminal messages, so much boldness, that they're basically telling you, this is what we're doing to you. This is what we're doing to people in your community. Now, what you gonna do about it? Oh, guess what? Nothing. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Okay, so Fontaine was played by John Boyega. Great actor, but I was gonna say fabulous, but he's a good actor, by the way. This movie was crazy. My mouth was like, OMG, my jaw dropped. But then again, a lot of stuff I kind of figured out and I already knew, because conspiracy, okay, over here, up in here, okay, we been knew there was something up with the powers that be and what they do to certain people in their communities. Okay, so Fontaine was a drug dealer played by John Boyega. So there's a young boy that met up with him at the beginning of the movie, and they was driving around. Fontaine saw another drug dealer here looking like Julio. Okay, so he's like, man, get the F on, pop all that crap to Fontaine. So Fontaine spun his car around, hit the guy, broke his leg. He said, I'ma tell so-and-so, I'ma tell so-and-so. So that so-and-so was another drug boss, okay? And Fontaine took the guy money and everything like that. Then Fontaine later on went to Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was a pimp, okay? He played a pimp, and her name was Yo-Yo. So him and Yo-Yo was in a motel along with the other whores. They were getting in. She was tired and she wanted out, and she stormed out. So right after she stormed out, Fontaine come knocking on the door, talking about, knock knock, open up. If not, I'ma bust this door down, because Jamie Foxx owed Fontaine some money. So, but he ended up opening the door anyway. So Fontaine went through the motel room, looking all over the place, you know what I'm saying, trying to find his money. Okay, he wanted that moolah. Okay, he found it. He pieced out, went in his car. He didn't pull off right away though. He stayed in that car for a couple of minutes. I would have pulled off ASAP, all right? But no, Fontaine was all cool and chill. Next thing you know, the guy that he hit with his car and broke his leg, he got the balls and they lit him up. They lit him up, okay? I thought it was over. I thought he was dead. There was no coming back from that. He wake up. And I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, I know I'm not tripping. I know they shot your ass. I'm not bugging out. So then Fontaine went back to Jamie Foxx. And Jamie Foxx was like, listen, I know they shot you. Dude, why are you here? Why are you standing up in front of me? Dude, I know they shot you. Dude, they shot you. They blasted you. They lit you up. Why are you talking to me? Are you a ghost? Are you for real? Yes. So then Fontaine was all confused. He was like, what's going on? Listen, let's go find Yo-Yo, the prostitute that left right before the whole shooting took place. Maybe she knows something. So they interrogated Yo-Yo up in the car. So basically, after they interrogated Yo-Yo in the car, they didn't want to let her go. They're like, nah, you gonna ride with us. We got to find what the freak is going on. And so they ended up finding this trap house, and this trap house had this white guy dancing to Michael Jackson. Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. And I'm like, what the heck? And guess what he had on his head? An afro. An afro? Are you serious? He had on a whole afro, y'all. White boy with the afro, y'all. This was insane, child. My goodness gracious. So, okay. So they weren't supposed to kill this guy. They just wanted to ask this guy some question. But then Jamie Foxx got a little clumsy, okay? And after Jamie Foxx shot the guys, okay, what do we do next? How can we get answers from these guys? But right before they dipped out, because Yo-Yo wanted to peace out after Jamie Foxx shot the guy, she wanted to get the heck up out of that house. Because it was like, it was crazy. It had like a room with cups and cameras and lockers, and it had like this fancy elevator. And I'm like, what trap house is designed like this? This is crazy. That's how we knew it was some suspicious underground, you know what I'm saying, governmental secretive, you know, thing going on. It was crazy. And right before they left, Fontaine saw his body. He saw his clone, and that's when I was like, oh my gosh, OMG. I was like, that's you. Fontaine, that's you. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? And from since that day, the whole journey was trying to figure out what the heck, because Fontaine was losing his mind. He was like upset, and he's like, that's not me, that's not me. Next you know, they fall asleep in the house, in the room, you know, Yo-Yo's grandmother's house, and Fontaine pieced out. He went to go get his homeboys and bust open the door. Guess what? Oh my gosh, the trap house just looked like a regular house. Okay, no elevator door, no nothing, because they probably found out, oh, someone know because this guy got killed. Now we gotta just, you know, clean up everything. But how do you remove the elevator? It was just so freaking weird. So they end up going later on to get some food and try to think things through and figure. Okay, so they went to a restaurant that served fried chicken. You know, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but it is what it is. Black folks love some fried chicken. Hispanic people too, you know, whoever else like it too, but black people, we are very well known for loving fried chicken, especially if you're from the South. That's just on period. So they was up in the restaurant, or this fast food restaurant, whatever, eating some fried chicken. Why was everybody laughing? Why was everybody chuckling? Because even Jamie Foxx was like, okay, Fontaine, you laughing? I never heard you laugh before. Nigga, you always so serious. I never heard you laugh before. Because Fontaine was always serious. I mean, from the beginning, I'm like, what the heck? But I figured that because when you run in the street, when you are a drug dealer, you gotta be serious. You can't be no, you gotta be, no, because your life will be taking an A time. Don't ask me how I know. But anyway, yeah, so he was like, Everybody was kicking, and Jamie Foxx like, okay, no, this ain't right. And he slapped the chicken out of Fontaine's hand, and everybody just stopped laughing. Mind control. This is some sick stuff. Sick. So they end up going to a church because they want to find out information, because it's like, what's going on? This is crazy. And they end up going to the church, and then when they went to the church, they were serving this grape juice. So that grape juice also has something in there that control people's minds too as well, because they went from praising the Most High, just being normal, to then the dude started whining and grinding. Chicks started clapping their cheeks and making it jump. It's like, what the freak? Like, even Jamie Foxx, like, listen, I know I'm a pimp, okay, but something ain't right, okay? I know I haven't been to church, but something ain't right up in this church. Something ain't right up in here. What is going on, okay? And then they later on found the underground, the whole thing, you know, underneath the church. But prior to that, they were spying on a beauty shop store, and they could see these white people going in the store with boxes of perm, and that too also had chemicals that control the women's minds. I mean, this is some sick, deep stuff. They all went in and they got inside and they put on the suits and everything like that, and then they seen how they were experimenting. They seen it close up in person. They had two brothers, two black men fighting. They had hip-hop music on, had them fighting. Then next thing you know, they turn on some love music. I need a hug. And then next you know, guess what? The two brothers, they stopped throwing blows and they started sharing hugs. What type of sick stuff is that? So Jay Fox like, yo, there's some evil mother suckers. Those some evil mother suckers. And I was like, yes, those some evil bastards, for real. You know, it was just a crazy movie. Oh my goodness, if you have not seen it, trust me, go see it. I'm sorry, spoiler alert, it is. But as they got into the strip club and walking through, they could see this people, you know, dancing and stripping and giving out drinks and everything like that. But then the DJ said, let me control your mind, and he started putting on some music like round and round and round and round. And then what people started doing, they started turning round and round, like Hollywood was telling us something, y'all. You got to pay attention. Pay attention. They be telling y'all something. They be telling us something. Pay attention. So then later on, let's fast forward, Jamie Foxx came up with a plan. So this drug dealer that Fontaine had an issue with and that shot him at the beginning, he looked like Moneybagg Yo and a younger Master P put together, okay? But anyway, he went to him to say, listen, I'm gonna need you to help me bust these people up, you know what I'm saying, because they out here in our neighborhood possessing and controlling our people. We got to put a stop to that. So this drug dealer ended up shooting Fontaine again. So he's supposed to allegedly die, but he really didn't die. But that was the whole plan, to get inside this underground. So as John Boyega was handling his business and, you know, say had control over one worker so he could get access to kind of shut this whole thing down. Jamie Foxx brought the whole crew. He brought the whole hood with him to shut this whole thing down and clear house, okay? Because everybody knew, because they believed Jamie Foxx. So he brought the whole crew, he brought the whole clique, and everybody had was gun up, everybody had their backs. People came, the hood came through. They was like, yo, point me to the elevator where it goes underground, where y'all experimenting on people. You know what I'm saying? And the white boy, guess what? He had a fro too. He had an afro too, and they ended up going down there and they cleaned house, and that's when everything was exposed. Everything was on the news, and they experimented on niggas. It was crazy. It was all over. It wasn't just that one neighborhood. It was multiple neighborhoods. But guess what? Yo, when she first saw the cloning that they was doing, they weren't cloning everybody in the neighborhood. They was only cloning certain people sick. They keep people drugged up, and they keep people in a weak and horrible state of mind where they depend on these drugs. You can't function. You're not mentally and spiritually right. You're not physically healthy. There's nothing that you can do much for yourself or for anybody when you're hooked on drugs. That's the drug dealer's job, to keep people hooked on drugs so they cannot be powerful. You cannot have power when you're a drug addict. You just can't. You hold no power. Okay, the drug just have power over you. And so that was Fontaine's situation. And then you had the pastor. We all know pastors. A lot of pastors, they don't preach the truth. They preach prosperity gospel all the time. Oh, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, blessed and highly favored. Shut up, pastor. You want to sit there and tell me that the chick that's out there creeping like TLC, the dude out there creeping like TLC, the guy out there is laying up with boys, the chick out there messing around with other chicks up in the club twerking and do all this fools, but they gonna get peace and blessings, blessed and highly favored all day? Child, please stop lying. These dudes know, the powers that be know, a lot of these pastors do not preach correctly. They put people to sleep with fake doctrines, and they do not teach people the truth, and they barely tell people to repent so they could be saved. They don't do that. So these pastors hold a very valuable position in this world, especially in the so-called black community. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. A lot of people do not know the Most High. They don't even know His Son. They don't even know Scripture. And had certain people so they could control the masses in the community too as well. Basically, certain people with certain positions and certain power have influence over the general public. That is why these wicked people was experimenting and cloning these people that had certain positions. So the white guy that was in charge of all of this, he's a good actor too. He came from the movie An Eye for an Eye. I believe his name is Keith, but he's in charge of everything, and he somewhat explained it, but he ended up getting dropped like it's hot, okay, at the end of the movie, which I was like, yes, because it's wicked. It's wicked what they do. But I'm here to tell you guys, okay, that they are experimenting on black people. They've been doing that. And more. They've been experimenting on us. We are nothing but lab rats to them, okay? We're nothing but lab rats to them. We have to be smart and be wise. Again, if you do not have a relationship with the Heavenly Father, you will get consumed and you will be deceived and you will get caught up. They get us with the food, you guys. They get us with the food. They put chemicals, they put all these adjectives that's evil and harmful to our bodies to get us addicted where we can't think straight. So ones will always say there's a connection between mental health and food. And a lot of times when you see all this killing and violence is because of the wicked food that we're eating. The fried chicken, the french fries, the greasy food, the Chinese food, the burgers, the cheeseburgers, all of this garbage, the dairy, toxic, deadly, cancerous, dead animal flesh meat that we love to consume, the pork, all that's unclean and is an abomination, and we eat this all the friggin' time, and it's not helping our mental state. It's not helping our spiritual state. It's declining our brain. It's not feeding our brain no type of nutrition. So when your brain lacks nutrition, what happens? You cannot think logically because your brain is deficient. Okay, it's not operating at its highest because it's not being fed quality food. So this is why they push cheeseburger and Popeyes and all that. Why you think people was killing each other when the Popeye chicken came out? Remember? Or Wendy's chicken, whatever. Popeyes or Wendy's. One of them two nasty franchises had people killing each other over fried chicken. Something is wrong. This remind me of what we went through a couple of years ago. You guys remember that? This was sick. People obese, people overweight because of what they eat, and they know it's not good to eat, but they love it so much they refuse to give it up. That is an addiction. That is on purpose, and it was intentional for you and for me, okay? We have to be strong enough to walk away. The perm in our hair. Why do you think so many black women have fibroids? More than any other group of women on the earth, black women suffer from the most when it comes to health. Why? What we eat, what we put on our hair, when we perm our hair, that's chemicals. I don't see the other group of women putting chemicals in their hair like that to keep their hair nice and straight and silky and long. That's what we do. We have to wake up, people. This is Babylon, like the scriptures say. This here, society, is not our friend. The devil is not our friend. The word says he came to kill, steal, and destroy. This is what they clone Tyrone movie emphasize on. They are not our friends. The devil is not our friend. The powers that be is not our friend. Look at the movie and you will see, or watch it again and again till you freaking get it. This is crazy, y'all. I hope I was clear. I try to be as transparent as possible in this review. I'm not trying to be biased and anything like that, you know what I'm saying? But I am speaking my truth. I'm speaking the truth. And I hope you guys can feel. In the movie Get Out, that movie also has subliminal messages in that movie too as well. And I remember when Daniel Kaluuya asked the all-white blind guy, why black people? Why are you taking our organs? Why are you trying to control us? What is it about us? He said, well, you guys are powerful. You guys are strong. You guys got the best organ. What? What? This is what that white guy said to this young black man. So why are they trying to control us? This is spiritual and this is very, very deep. Pay attention, okay? Anyway, hit the freaking like button, share this review, leave a comment, tell me how you guys feel about the movie, and you know, let's light it up in the comment section, okay?